Okay, so I need to log in like how much? 8 days still. Nice. I get this. So what about the battle pass? How we can actually buy the premium one? Limbus pass rewards. Okay, so how much? Passive phone benefits. Okay. I don't have enough current currency. And let's see like how much it actually costs. I'm just kind of wondering about it. Let's see. And I get paid. Let's see. And I need about like 1500, so like this. Let's see how much that in my local currency. Oh. Alright. Not like we need it though right now. So what do we get from Battle Pass? And just like more of anything. Do I get her though? Her though? Probably not. Probably not. Too much lovers. It's actually infinite. Somehow. I mean, no, it's not. So we get this one. Oh, never mind. Let's go to drive. So I'm doing chapter 3 today. And I actually unlocked this. Dungeon 5. The bonuses. Deploy sinners. Giga computer. Creating a team. Yeah. Just an info dump. They probably won't get it anyway. Okay. But I don't need that right now. Just need to play under 3. So let's go then. I didn't try that. There are no logs, right? I can read on my stream though. Someone's saying. The sun is almost set, leaving the bus to be shrouded in dusk. Okay. Karen's humming a song while driving. I found myself singing along in my head to that strangely familiar tune. The most beautiful of performances are born from broken and ruined things. Ironic the way the world works. Okay, sound was good. Virgilio spoke, having noticed that I was looking to the driver's seat. Alas, they have not the privilege to fully appreciate the glee of their own music. Oh, how unjust that is. Karen, you look like you're in a good mood today. Joy brings out singing. I see, although, as far as I remember, you would often hum that song when you fell down. Karen has no such memories. Karen sings when she's happy. Virgilia's eyes seem to well with a sudden shade of dark. the kind of hue that would be picked right away if one wanted to express solitude as a color. But it only lasted for a brief moment, so I decided to dismiss it as the vivid sunset playing tricks with the light. The word Karen hums now is one that likes sound and color. She's going through a long tunnel with no exit in sight. I'm sure that, just like the history of my own life that I've forgotten, Karen and Virgilius must have their own threads of cruel reminders. Pardon me, I believe that's enough of personal stories, Dante. Your work is to manage your crew, not befriend this old guide. When I looked at his face again, that momentary hint of sadness had fleeted and replaced with a faint smile. I gave him a few nods, then turned around to check on the sinners. Our bus passengers have had lifted spirits for a while now. It helped that they did what they were assembled for and secured the golden ball for the first time. All the sinners were busy talking about their exploits in G-Corp's district. You should have seen me shout that card right there. Seriously, that was a real highlight. I'm starting to get sick of hearing the same story for the 7th time in a row, so let me change the subject. Where are we going this time? This time, we're headed to K-Corp's nest. District 11, eh? Job taking me to all sorts of places I'd never have thought to visit. It is home to another great individual, and you are certain to find souvenir shop there. I've always yearned for a little limited edition figurine set. Oh, didn't it also have a restaurant chain famous for its Hamburg steak? Life has gotten much easier these days, hasn't it? Back in my marching days, all I had was a pinch of salt in my mouth. I know, right? The only food I could swallow during my voyage was canned soap that tasted like iron. I know, right? Okay, I've read that. Can't wait to try the steak, right, Russia? Well, imagining the variances in blood color by region does make me salivate. Can't discuss anything with you. Hey kiddo, what do you wanna eat? Looking for someone to share tales with and have a sensible conversation, Rodia naturally turned to Sinclair. However... Sinclair? What's wrong? He's turned pale. He's also suffering from hyperventilation and tremors. How long has he been like this? Ever since Mr. Virgilius mentioned K-Corp. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Because you did not order me to do so. Mersault stared at me like I was at fault for not doing the obvious. I just got an upset stomach. Sorry. Really? Sure you're okay? Now let us think about it. First, I'm noticing a trend where one of us has visceral reactions to the destination that Virgilius reveals. Hello, Monstein. Additionally, when we arrive, it turns out that the place does have a history with the person in question. Does that have something to do with the reason we joined the company? Just refer to the team as we. Hello, son. It's a part of my mission to detect the slightest of changes. The game so it's a Korean gacha game. I'm just starting out the story, but the gist of it is like this the clockhead guy. So it's the main protagonist, and he just like woke up one day and finds out he has like a cloak for his head, and basically he's put to manage this team. They're called Sinners, and they just go around the town and collect different stuff. And we don't really know what's their goal is yet. I hope we can find out about it. It's part of my mission to detect the status of changes. As for your question, while I can't tell you the reasons for recruiting the Sinners in detail, there would be no point in denying that our destinations and the backgrounds of each sinner are indeed related to a degree. I mean, there is nothing really special about it. I mean, it's not a novel, just it has a story, but it's like turn-based kind of RPG, maybe. Though Apache snobs have some condition that makes them yap on and on about things that can be answered with a plain yes or no. Hestron Proteron isn't always correct. Faust simply adopts the most effective mode of communication for the given situation. Hister what? It means that you're struggling to understand Faust because you're too uneducated, not that Faust is overeducated. Why you... Just as Heathcliff approached Faust with his bat shaking in fury, Sinclair suddenly started throwing up on the floor. The boss finally quieted down after that. Yeah, I know. Can't pronounce shit sometimes. The sun is almost set. Leaving the bus to be... Wait, you just read that, right? I think I went to the wrong firm. I was too focused on the chat. I need to go there actually.
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요. 방해되거든요.
Shortly after the station with Sinclair was dealt with. By the way, you meant the back streets of District 11 when you said K-Corp's Nest? Yeah? I missed pointing it out earlier, since everyone got a bit excited there. I rarely misspeak, if ever. I know what I said, Gregor. K-Corp's Nest is where we're going. Alright, but if we're entering Nest... Indeed, there is the immigration process. I don't have a K-Corp's visa. You ain't about to tell me everyone else got one, right? What? Why are you looking at me? The solution is simple. CI. And keep DR till we've breached the defense. Whatever that eccentric abbreviation means for Ryoshu, the sinners have learned to stop questioning it. A company's big czars might get a free pass. Not to mention, breaking through using the method dear Ryoshu suggested will take ages. How badly must you underestimate an nest actively governed by a wing to say that? Oh, I see. No one's gonna take into account how much I'll suffer for that cider. Sadly, none of our sinners bothered to respond to me in any capacity. As Ishmael said, we'll pass the immigration without needing a visa. Limbus company has backing from the shareholders of a wide array of fields. Do you happen to know the shareholder of H-Corp then? They once personally visited our home because my younger sibling insisted upon having a red passport as a kid. Couldn't say I'm merely humble guide who wouldn't be in the position to know such a thing. Otherwise, the question doesn't seem like one that truly bears answering. How harsh. That leaves the route to the checkpoint as our concern. Thorough inspection means that there are plenty of people looking for an easy way in, including those who take the pass by force. Here are several interlopers surrounding the bus. Well, have bus with battle. Have bus with... What? have bus fuel bottle.
사냥 시작.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어. 예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
끝없었습니다. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 흐드러졌구려. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
라이트
Yeah.
챙겨온 거야?
So, Russia unlocked skill number 3. Basically gives me more slash damage. Okay. Don't take plus 25% damage. Okay.
피워보지.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
흐드러졌구려.
괴로우신가요?
끝없었습니다. 엎어주마. 다시 못살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
기분 좋은 카롯. 기분 좋게
Coga Hub. Karen's Coga Hub parking. Alright, all the bus. Time to get inspected. And let me add this just in case you're feeling inclined to your usual antics. Don't go around making a scene expecting things to go your way.
일이 수습될 거라는 기대는
What's my laptop? I think I have like Honor Magic Book. I think 10-inch something.
이곳 건물
Because that will be not how it works in this particular place. I thought his words were pretty intimidating, but despite the worries. Welcome all visitors to K-Corp's Nest, open-heartedly. Please form an orderly line as you enter and stand where the instructions indicate. The menacing and interrogative atmosphere could subdue the temper of any first-time visitors, and the sinners were no exception. I could occasionally hear Sinclair sniffing, followed by Rhodia and Gregor coming in. Any of my questions, were met with heads shaking sideways. Look here, how nice it's to see you all stay in line and behave, like a brood of chicks on an outing. Wait, why are you out here? What made you follow us outside the bus this time? Noticing my flustered reaction at the unexpected company, Virgilius opened his mouth.
이곳이 둥지이기 때문입니다, 단테.
Because this is a nest, Dante.
혹여나 이곳
If one of you were to get into unexpected trouble here, well, Dante, the responsibility will be a bit too heavy for you to bear alone.
테니까.
And Virgilius put it like that. It sounded as he were saying, we're not reliable enough to be sent without supervision. But I knew it would be wise to keep this to myself.
개화였구려.
Okay, we got level 9? Or was I level 9 already? I forgot. I mean, it seems I was already at level 9. So we're doing like part 3 now. Actually, so let's go to Sinners. And oh, okay, I forgot, so I need to like hold it. She's up to level 3. And this guy, he's still level 1. And can't really uptie him yet. Okay, what about other guys? He's level 2. Wait, why am I using him? Should be using this guy. I got to change my team. So we have these two. Him. He's also up to level 2. Let's see my inventory. This is Russia. Okay, I have 12. Okay, time to do chapter 3. Let's go then. Seems to be just a like story chapter.
금방금방 빠지네요.
Not chapter, but like a part of the chapter. The line's moving quickly. It'll be our turn. It'll be our turn in about 10 minutes at most. We'll, all 13 of us, need to answer immigration questions. They won't be able to understand Manager Dante, so what should we do? Ishmael seemed to have a habit of speaking quickly and becoming more inquisitive when she got anxious.
안 그래도
I was just about to get to that.
참이었지. 잘 들어.
Listen up, the K-Corps official, you only ask very simple questions to the passengers in this line, and your answers will be similarly concise. When the board official asks you about the nature of your visit, say, I'm here for business on the behalf of Limbus company. Please refer to my work visa.
라고 대답.
Remember this exact phrase, so that you can't recite it word for word.
그 밖에는
I'll take care of the rest, so you just have to prove that you aren't here to cause trouble. If even memorizing that is too much of a burden for you, I suggest that you keep your mouth shut. You can present your employee card instead. Keep quiet and don't cause trouble. Easiest tasks in the world. Yeah, especially for sinners. I sneakily mumbled a sarcastic remark. I was worried that Faust might rat me out, but thankfully, Virgilius was idly staring off into space, sparing me from his scathing commentary.
자, 그럼
Now, next up.
질문이
If you have a question, make sure to first ask yourself if it's actually meaningful.
조용히 손 들어.
Then quietly raise your hand. Several hands were lifted, including mine.
브로지.
Rodian, since this trip is for business, can we carry our weapons, yeah?
그렇다.
Correct. Next. Then Greg's creepy crawly arm and Dante's chichi clock head are getting a pass too.
맞아요.
That should be the case. For your reference, our manager's head counts as a prosthetic rather than a weapon, which means it would be approved even if what we had were tourist visa, powers to revive, notwithstanding. Ishmael took the role of the model student and answered in Virgilius' stead. It feels like something changed about Ishmael's attitude since the casino job. She seems to have decided to take matters into her own hands. After I betrayed her expectations, my capabilities as a leader.
정확해.
Precisely. Guerrero and I put our hands down at the same time.
그리고
Andreas, put your cigarette before you speak. I didn't raise my hand. Virgilius was doing his best to ignore Don Quixote's arm stretched skyward. But he finally caved and gave the woman with an adamantly raised hand the chance to speak.
그래.
Fine, Don Quixote, what is it?
저 유리벽은
For what purpose doth the barrier of glass serve? Following Don Quixote's finger, our attention was drawn to the glass wall stood in the middle of the building. On the other side of that clear dividing wall were countless people waiting in line. That line's slowed to a crawl. People are sat on the floor waiting for it to move. Looks like they've been there for quite some time. There are many armed guards as well. 3 times as many compared to this side.
대부분 건물
Most of the glass walls you find inside buildings are there for safety reasons. Well, simply put, that's lines for backstreet folks. Each nest handles immigration differently, but wherever it may be, it's super duper hard to get into another nest without a proper visa. Why do you think those bullies jumped us on the way to the checkpoint? They wanted our visa so they could enter the nest.
그리고
A problem they are not in our power to resolve. However, that answer didn't satisfy Don Quixote. Whether it was the fault of the gloomy yet oppressive atmosphere of the area beyond the wall, or the disturbances happening in there, I couldn't say. Manager, it's our turn now. Right. Our line moved at such a quick pace we barely had time to chat before it was our turn to answer the officials' questions.
기억하세요.
Remember, when you're asked about the purpose of your visit, remind me one more time, and I'll show sangria to you, and the official or whatever. Despite Ishmael's worries, our inspection was smooth sailing. Please state your affiliation and purpose of visit. I've come from Limbus company on business. Here's my employee card. Checked out next. From Limbus company, business reasons. Take a look at my card and all that. All checked out next. After our first senior proved we worked for, it was a breeze for the rest of us. The official asked the same question in the same dry tone, took a cursory glance at our faces and employee cards, though based on their speed it seemed like a customer gesture rather than an actual look over, then let each senior pass. Something's amiss over there. The glass wall standing between us and them was thick enough to block out sound. It was hard for us to tell what was going on through the wall. However, I could see what was happening unambiguously. Someone with cuffed hands was being dragged away by security, and a small child was crying next to them, clearly scared and confused.
신경 쓰지 말죠.
We shouldn't bother. I don't know what happened, but I guess someone's broke a taboo. Yeah, sure. Long, impoverished vandals and their audacity to break the taboo of not stuffing enough cash in the right pockets. And the right people's pockets, am I right? Are you mocking me right now? What? I thought you didn't care. Guess someone's knickers are in a twist. While I was distracted by Heathcliff loudly celebrating his first successful tease on Ishmael, our usual suspects sprang from it forth at her least unexpected moment yet again. Please state your affiliation and purpose of visit. I'm come to liberate the weak and powerless. An emotion is expressed for the first time on the checkpoint official's face. Flabbergastation. They looked up Don Quixote's with a face screaming that it was flabbergasted. Release them at once. Can you not see their suffering? Please state your affiliation and purpose of visit. The official ignored her demand and parroted the same question. All the while Don Quixote was getting more upset by the minute. And then, in looking through the transparent wall again, I saw the desperate child mouth scream at the man dragged away in handcuffs. Dad! Daddy! If you are unwilling to take action, then I show myself. Code purple, violation of taboo K 185 on site. Requests thrombocyte units. Repeat, requesting thrombocyte. Veering away from inquiry like a broken record, the official spoke an intimidating immune response to the radio. Attention all personnel, code purple, circulation hold to inspection booth 14, thrombocyte, leukocyte. Bleeding sirens accompanied the perplexing announcement, all the while thick metal gates shut around us. Should have smashed her skull in and carried her in a body sack. I doubt it would have made much of a difference. Thrombo, I believe they refer to plates and white blood cells respectively. Platelets. It must be them. Fighting for K-Corp, I'd say. Looking in the direction Faust indicated, we all saw what she meant. Security forces wearing menacing uniforms were staring at us. So do we now fight the security? Okay, so we need to select Sinclair.
말뚝을 쑤셔 넣어주죠. 순수했던 나날로.
I gotten used to this sort of situation, but it looks pretty serious. Indeed, we've violated the taboo of the wing after all. It's not like anyone was hurt. Can't we just talk this through? Faust looked straight into my face. For Faust to face someone directly when she usually stares into empty space as she speaks can only indicate one thing. I must have said something incredibly frustrating. No matter the wing, infringement of taboo means... A loud explosion let Don Quixote dismembered where she stood. That lethal measures can be taken against the violator without warning. It looks like border control isn't willing to forgive us until they dismembered the rest of the sinners. Armed security staff was surrounding us on all sides. You've never ceased to surprise me. You managed to wring out the last drop of expectation I had left for you. I'm keeping out, pin the whole thing on her, or take responsibility or whatever. I thought you accompanied us to handle situations that our manager can't handle. I came with you to take care of uninvitable problems. Not having a pissing session in the wind. Regidius casually pushed his way through the line of armored guards and leaned against the wall. He then crossed his arms as if to further drive home that he'll remain a spectator. Right. So they staggered this guy somehow. Well, feels like he's going to die. Or nothing I can really do about him.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Unless I kill all the guys before that.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
And Sinclair is winning basically.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
Hey.
사냥 시작.
Please don't die. Oh,
기다려. 아직 안
I did kill him after all.
밖에 없는 운명.
I mean, whatever, right.
사냥 시작.
Still gonna win this. Really? Just gonna mushroom right there?
그렇게 쳐다봐도
You won't sway me with that look, manager.
아무도 귀가
I'm not more than a guy that
주제에
did not pay need heed to. It would be
주제 넘은 짓이 아니겠어.
impertinent of me to brandish my weapon. Well, tomato, one final time, A-Corp's singularity takes the form of healing bullets that restore most wounds in the blink of an eye.
어쩌면
I suppose it could be compared to that ability of yours. Hey, wait. Completely ignoring my feeble plea, now that they could hear it, K-Corp security guards closing in on us. Do you have any tea left?
당연한 결과죠. 저는
I have some.
선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Did it? Okay, let's check out the previous one. Yeah, I did beat it within 10 turns. So it's not that bad.
실력 없으면
But we are clearly above the average level.
따라오거든요.
Recommended for this level. Okay. Again, not like we have any choice.
불길 속으로.
이런.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를
I caused one stagger. Good.
불길 속으로. 불길 속으로.
Sinclair carry me. So that's right. He's cute again.
식을 수밖에 없는
Quotes by him all the time.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Okay, I need to do some leveling up, it seems. Like, only Sinclair actually does anything right now.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
I hope I'm not losing this one. No, I can't be. Yeah, I'm losing.
끝나지는 않을 것이다. 죽지
And Sinclair is tired, so they're gonna just kill him. Yeah. Okay, it's
답이 아니었다고?
like the first one that I lost in Limbus. Crazy.
젠장.
Confirm that. So I need to upgrade this guy, obviously. Yes. So I need to level him up. I can use two of those. Maybe actually more of those. Maybe we'll get him from like level 25. And I can uptie him. And same for Sinclair. Because he basically carries me right now. It's like the last tap die. I need his Echo Shard. And I need a thread. Okay. It gives me skills upgrade. So let's try again.
실력 없으면 따라오지 마세요.
Should be better this time. I hope so at least. It's gonna be too bad if it is again.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Feels so much better.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
흐드러졌구려. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Right, so what do I have? I have Indiscriminate Art, a Mad Flame, heal 50% less SP from beating flash or defeating enemy. Indiscriminate Art. Okay. Use this one, this one.
사냥 시작.
Good.
대답하주마.
그 오물 다 죽어라.
흐드러졌구려. 흐드러졌구려.
Okay. So we have like 2 of them left, 1 is staggered. Oh, that's a win.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오. 개화하였구려. 이 순간을
Okay.
잡고 싶군.
Well, but maybe I need to like braid them even more. I mean, why not? Gonna level up this guy. There's 6 cards. Confirm. And go to Sinclair. Level him up also. Confirm. On level 29. Now can I just continue having fun? On count of 3. 3 bullets.
불로
Interesting.
정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
No story this time.
대답하주마.
그 오물을
흐드러졌구려. 피워보지. 피워보지.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어. 예술이 뭔지 보여.
These 2 are so carrying me.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나.
아름답진 않네.
It's turn 5 now.
사냥 시작.
Sinclair just kills everything on his way.
흐드러졌구려. 흐드러졌구려.
기다려. 아직 안 끝났어. 예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
그 오물 다 죽어라.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
아름답진 않네.
That's a win. K-Corp Singularity, HP bullets. Any would-be fatal injuries we managed to inflict were healed away with a single shot of those regenerative rounds. It was only a matter of time before the threaded by which Heathcliff patience was hung snapped. Can't take it anymore. This has to be the most pointless fight in the world. Can't you see? I told you, entering into conflict with a wing is an exercise in futility. Just didn't know the futility would hit us right away. The flash grows as soon as it's removed. It is difficult to continue on with combat. Really? Art can be rubbish like this? Yoshu made the most pained expression I've seen from her, begrudgingly swinging her sheath around. Cuts and slashes will mend before even a drop of blood can split from them. There couldn't be a worse battle for Yoshu to fight. Isn't there anything we can do? HP, or helipoiesis, is a bioengineered technology that allows for continuous repair of damaged or lost cells. One do already lasts considerably long, so imagine what that means for those in the nest who receive constant supplies. One dose. To put it simply, you can't reasonably defeat them in combat. Even Faust was shaking her head in despondency, but then, in the height of chaos, I arrived at last. A peal of overwhelmingly energetic laughter ran through the air.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇게
Sinclair is almost level 3. Siegfried. A figure approached us with terrifying force, reminiscent of a frenzied beast. Hey, what's the thing running at us?
또 3초. 관리자님.
ETA is 3 seconds. Manager, your judgment? I don't know, I'm not sure what to do. Virgilius was the only one who showed no surprise. To be more clear, he was more displeased than unsurprised at this apparently expected arrival. Ah, there you are, K-Corp superstar. A jovial-looking man appeared amidst the chaos with an obnoxious laugh. Greetings, one and all. You are free to share stories of the heroic feats you are to witness here. But photographs and more will require permission from K-Corp. Alas, I must attend a magazine interview in half an hour, so I cannot overlinger. I pray you to understand. Was wondering when you'd come. Harry became a page serving a wink, Siegfried. Ah, I see your tongue's as sharp as ever, dear fella. I rushed here at once in response to Cold Purple, and methinks your friends were the perpetrators. Not exactly friends, I hope you understand that I have nothing to do with the commotion. In that case, yep, I'm counting on you to give them a spicy lesson. What are you two muttering about? Don't bother. Well,
동감.
agreed. From under what stone did he came out? Well, it appeared that some of you come from faraway lands. Right then, I shall grant you all the privilege of photography for this special occasion.
사진들을 아주 길거리 추종자처럼
He treats us like worshippers on the streets. How dare you? No, what? What's wrong? That's the man. The man himself. We are in a hurry, so get this done with 1 minute if possible, and keep that clawhead out of this. A pathetic, is it? Right then. Make it 50 seconds. Both a skilled fighter and a talented performer, I could only watch in awe as he proved himself to be nothing short of a hero. Now look here once more, I'm sure our friends will love it. This blighter, it's too damn strong. What did you just know? Well, isn't that cute? One after another, he made short work of the sinners. Virgilius watched the carnage with a pleased expression. About time they learned what happens if they kick up a ruckus in a nest thinking they can get away with it. Dante, you may not remember it at the moment, but at one point you used to be something of a big wig, so to speak. I was? I just couldn't picture it. Right now I'm just a powerless leader. Fumbles in any emergency, constantly being chewed up, spat out, and ignored in the trash by my seniors. They've even started treating me as the team's field medic. To think that this miserable manager used to be the respected leader of many sometime in the past. I felt a genuine desire to ask Faust for another way to recover my memories. However, your memory loss does not quite excuse all the faults in your performance as the manager. I'm certain you understand what I mean. I thought of the staff at the K-Corp checkpoint. They showed no pity for the family they were about to tear apart, treating it all as nothing more than a part of due procedure. Although Don Quixote got us in trouble when she sprang first to rectify injustice, I just know it would have haunted my sleep for days if I turned a blind eye. And seeing Heathcliff tighten the grip on his weapon to veins as he witnessed the disturbance. If not Don Quixote, I feel at least one of us would have intervened. Truth to be told, I didn't do everything in my power to keep Don Quixote down. Virgilius isn't necessarily wrong when he says the blame rests on me for causing this. Taking back my head might not be the best after all, Virgilius. There. I've got to tell them to put your microphone next time. I take it that you've gotten my point. 46.5 seconds. Another day, another heroic tale of justice written. Looks like the curtains have closed. Time to rewind, Dante. Okay, and to make some more tea. Okay, I'm back. So we're doing part 8 now. I think so. After 12 barrels of agony, the sinners were all back in one piece. One Piece managed. Then massacre must have been humbling because it feels rather strange seeing them this quiet. How's life been, Red Gaze? We've already had a chance to meet in recent times. Haven't shown up to the League of Excellent Nest Dwelling Fixers lately either. Were you unable to read the dozens of invitations I sent you? Change the dresses, and I don't have the time to lick top brass boots like you're doing. I don't know what happened between these two, but Virgilius is a bit hostile here, right? Difference in disposition between them is rather clear, isn't it, Dante? Okay, I need to adjust my microphone. In what ways? Simply put, Mr. Siegfried can be described as a probing fixer based on the view he's expressed. On the other hand, our guide Virgilius sought independence as a fixer. He believed that a fixer loses sight of their core principles the moment they become subordinate to an influential entity. He's someone who is strict towards those with power, after all. While speaking with Faust, I saw Don Quixote quake and approach Siegfried with shaky hands. She must have been honored to see him, even after being mincemeat by his hands mere moments ago. Fan, I am. I have collected figurines sculpted after you. Though I have yet to get my hands on limited editions, I set my heart on becoming a magnificent fixer such as you. Oh, an inspiring fixer. I have little time to spare, but more than enough for an autograph. Yeah, if that's true, then would you sign an autograph here? Slow breath, Don Quixote. Attention, cold purple dismissed. Cold purple dismissed. All colds cleared. That's the job done well. Now then, until next we meet. Leaping with tremendous force, Siegfried vanished into the air. Although there was a small delay, we did get the trail permit in the end. Julius turned to the bus in the meantime. Perhaps he only got off knowing that we'd run into that Siegfried. He looked rather upset as he walked away, but no one else seemed to care that much. Closest to the surrounding frigidness, Don Quixote was happy as a clown, caressing the sheet of paper autographed by Siegfried. I must be caught in a dream. Manager, Squire, look, you pinched my cheek just once. Just as I was about to give the blissful Don Quixote a word while we walked out of the border checkpoint, an armored vehicle stopped before us. And you found four, both of them to challenge us right in front of an S checkpoint. Maybe I should move it like this. I guess. This vehicle is from LCC, the clearance department. Following Faust's plain reply, the vehicle's doors opened. Oh jeez, what took you so long? They had a cycle of 3 laps waiting for it to be over. A couple of familiar faces appeared out of the car. Effie and Sal. Even though their outfits had changed, their faces were greased with just as much confidence and poise. People from the before team, something about you looks different, I've gotta say. That was a disguise we had in order to infiltrate the casino. It was ultimately useless, though. Still, got a sharp tongue, too. My chest ached a little at the thought of the harmonious cacophony that was our last operation. Saud, you see that hand on the clock trembling? You make them cry. I was just being playful. While you had much room for improvement in regard to skill, I made up my mind to admit that the LCB department has its own character. In spite of the rough path we took, it sounds like we did leave a positive impression on the tour. The before team was supposed to be on site at this hour, wasn't it? The others should be there already. We decided to wait for you because we had useful intel to share. In any case, you cared about us, right? Do we have a couple of new fans knee-deep in our charm? You know, something like the sort of food that's cooked from ghastly ingredients, but the end result's a pleasant surprise. Yep, a lot of that on the battlefield. Miserable to swallow, but somehow memorable. What kind of food have you two been eating? By the way, the intel you were going to share with us. It's about our target location. It seems another faction has occupied this place already. We're putting in more manpower than usual as a result. I bet there are yet another swarm of gadflies attracted by opportunity. As Otis pointed out, we weren't new to encounters against groups of foes drawn near the Golden Balls. For our first mission, straggling soldiers from G-Corps took shelter in the abandoned facility. And on our second, a variety of gangs inhabited the casino. Unfortunately, our opponents this time won't be some crummy no-names like before. We took a peek at the immigration inspection records and found out that N-Corp dispatched a legion of employees a few weeks ago. Same destination as ours, too. From N-Corp? Though this wasn't an officially disclosed activity, seeing that K-Corp has let them pass means they might have made a deal under the table. Which, if true that N-Corp has sent staff in advance, then the journey won't be a smooth one. I see. I'm worried we might make enemies of several wings as we go. In the long term, conflicts with wings will be unavoidable steps in the process. Judging from the fact that N-Corp hasn't made this motion officially known, it could end as a simple conflict of interest. Furthermore, we can discount the possibility that it's not the Golden Ball they're after. Doesn't chance that we're convenient pawns for our higher-ups to throw around either way. Right, I heard some morons cause a scene at the K-Corp checkpoint. Did you guys see who they were? Rumored trolls with such haste. It was as though a stride rosnate. Don Quixote hung her head, possibly in embarrassment. Perhaps she finally started to learn that her reckless actions have repercussions. That, or I'm mistaken, as she's glad that more people know of what she's done. A shame I missed it. It's not the kind of spectacle you see every day. Really, who's in their right mind would mess with a wing at a border checkpoint unless they have lives to spare? Please don't tell me. Come on, we don't have much time, so we should get going. Oh dear, Mr. Virgilius is nowhere to be seen again. Him? He went back to the past first. What a pity. I didn't want to miss my chance to say hello. We'll leave an impression on him next time, mark my words. I'm planning to ask him if he can join the team in your stead. What? Is that the reason you wanted to meet him? That wasn't entirely a joke. See you at the side then. If we can get there in one piece, anyway. Right, we got some rewards. We can continue. Poetry check Karen and the gold star of Virgilius awaited us on the bus. The air was heavy with a sense of oppression, leaving little room for light-hearted jokes. You're late. Karen counted to 100, and you still didn't come. Karen. She seemed to have a few more words ready to be flung in that isotone, but Virgilius put a hand on her shoulder and gave her a glance. Verk, Karen will remember this. Sorry about that. I'll buy something sweet later. Karen sat in the driver's seat without further complaint, and Virgilius slowly turned to us. If there was one thing the sinners and I were all good at, it'd be sensing imminent danger and making way. Dispersing from the group, we scuttled away into our seats, leaving only Don Quixote anxiously standing in the ice aisle of the bus.
변명을 듣겠다.
Let's hear your excuse, Don Quixote.
본인은
I couldn't turn a blind eye to the weak being persecuted. Oh, wrong. My vision couldn't follow what happened in that instant. I had nothing to blink, so it shouldn't have been possible for me to miss a moment, and yet... When I caught up with the situation, the first thing that came into my sight was Don Quixote brought to the ground, shoulder trampled under Virgilia's shoe.
나는 변명을 하라고
I asked for an excuse, not a justification of your views.
처음이 아니지.
This isn't the first time either, Don Quixote.
벌써
You're responsible for 3 separate incidents already.
네 정신 나간 짓 때문에
That's 3 separate times you've jeopardized our work with a deranged behavior.
어떻게
What do you think? Speak. Why my own actions didn't inconvenience my colleagues? Don Quixote's pain groan grew louder, but no one stepped in. Of course, she was being punished for her own actions. But more than anything, it was evident that disrupting this wasn't going to make the situation better.
생각은
I was asking for your thoughts. Why do you not understand this? I was speaking only to be interrupted.
여기서
What you should have said to me at the get-go was an apology, Don Quixote.
덧붙일 거
Anything you add should be an
할 것이
elaboration an
말했어야 했고
elaboration on how you plan to improve your conduct. Wasn't just they're demanding a specific answer out of me.
모르나
Don't you know? A company already has the correct answer for its employees. The questions are only asked to see if you can get it right.
회사가
You're sorely mistaken if you believe the company is sincerely curious about your input. If the company insists so, then I'm sick of this. Julius kicked Don Quixote, tossing her to the floor. Then gripping her paw by the collar.
입사할 때
I'm sure you remember what went down when you joined.
그날의 거래
I hope you haven't forgotten the deal we struck that day,
했습니다.
Miss Don Quixote.
돈 큐테 씨.
Julius' eyes glistened with a much brighter hue of red than usual. Staring directly into them, Don Quixote soon gave back a note without another word.
여기까지.
That's all. Back to your seat. Watching someone who usually executed pride and confidence quickly shift to such a discouraged, crestfallen state didn't exactly make for a pleasant sight. The ordeal that got Don Quixote to go silent simply by bringing it up. It makes me wonder what it was about.
다른 놈들도
The same goes for the rest of you.
회사는
A company isn't a platform for fulfilling egocentric dreams or preaching big ideas.
취업
If you would still go against the terms of your employment contract to act unprompted, consider the consequences before you do.
죽는 게 낫다고
You spend a grueling period of being unable to escape, not through death, not through struggles, at severance. I guess getting help from that guy. Who was that again? Mr. Zach Risher or something? Must have ruffled his feathers. It's Lord Siegfried.
본격적으로 작전을
Jeez,
시작도 안 했는데
the mission hasn't even started. We've already got a scolding.
좀 보면서 행동했어야지.
Have some tact before you act, okay? I knew this day would come sooner or later. You should all be careful from now on. Why are the birds gawking at me? Looking to get stoned? Fine, I got it. How long have I been streaming already? I don't know, feeling kinda sleepy right now. Should I go sleep? Should I go sleep? We're already doing it like for half an hour almost. Or like 1 hour and a half, what I meant actually. I don't know. I should probably go sleep, right? Then thank you for watching and see you next time.